Hey, it's Jo here from Back to Basics Health Solutions. Well, I have some amazing news. I mean, it really excites me when I see my clients come in and they have some amazing results, but there's more to the transformation than just the scales. Yes, we get excited by the numbers on the scales, but I've just been chatting with Evelyn and she's got some amazing things and I really wanted to share them with you today. So thank you for joining me. I always know it's really tough when I spring it on. Go, will you please share with my people out there things that are happening? Because when we put on weight, sometimes you can feel a little bit lost. How did you feel before you came in? So I know that a little bit of a backstory. Evelyn knew my husband, and he actually was chatting to her and said, look, go and see Jo. She might be able to help you out. But can you just share with us how you were feeling prior to that conversation?
Sluggish. Like I hit a brick wall because I've been trying to lose weight, which I have been, you know, prior to this, but I just could not move. I'd sat at the same weight for like 18 months.
Yeah,
and I couldn't go anywhere.
And you were about, I think, yeah, for 2018, 19, 20, 21, I think your top level was back in 2018, which you'd reached that high point. You'd lost some weight and then you stalled.
Yes.
And you tried a few things.
Yes.
And then for that last 2 years, then you just couldn't break under that barrier.
No.
So, God love hubby. Hubby says, go see Jo. And she's like, oh, a little bit skeptical.
I was very skeptical.
She was a little bit skeptical. And I said to, I said, look, Evelyn, if I can't help you, I'll let you know. Yeah. I was honest up front. I said we're going to share with the foods. And I always get people to do a food analysis first up because your story comes from the food you're eating, from the benchmark. And I knew when I started looking at it, so whilst we can all eat bad food, that's irrelevant. I wanted to see what can I change and what could be making the difference. Now, before we did that, you also were on medication. So what were your medications? Not everything, but what are your specific ones that you're on medications for?
High blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes. I have several heart conditions.
Yeah.
With several, I'm on 14 tablets a day plus insulin.
We don't need food, she's filling up the
Yeah, I ran all I walked.
But you then were also overweight, and this was a big contributing factor to the way you were feeling.
Yep.
And it was causing other health issues. And I sort of had a look at this and I went, you know what, I can hear and see some of the things that is wrong and what's happening, but I also knew that if I cleaned her food up and we took some things around and we managed it a little bit better and massaged your food journaling and what you were eating, I knew from the bottom of my heart that the way that you were feeling on some areas was going to be changed in a heartbeat, okay? And then even in the first 17 days, when she came back in, she pulled down 3.9 kilos, and she also, the first thing in an instant, she says, Jo, my insulin has gone down straight away. And I knew that this was going to happen. But when I do a program, I like you to see it, feel it, to understand it, because that's the only way it's going to be done. Anyone can download a weight loss program, it's not going to work, okay? Because you won't follow through. But when I can share with you and educate you behind what's happening, it starts, the little light bulb goes, that makes sense. Okay, well, I'm eating this food. This is why it's causing the issues. And as I said, within 3 weeks, you had a huge result straight up.
Yeah, I struggled with not enough food because I was messaging Jo, which was great. I'm going, I need more food. I need more food because my sugar was dropping too low. Yeah. I wasn't eating enough. And I had to increase my food intake.
Yes.
And and then my sugars, then I was starting to get into the hypos. My sugar was so low that I had to start dropping my insulin.
Yeah, that's right.
I had to start dropping it because I was not well. Yeah. And I was struggling, and when it was great, that's one thing I think is fantastic, that I could message you and go, this is happening.
Yeah, what can I do? What can I do? You'd be surprised the amount of messages that I get that come through my messenger or text messaging. Sometimes I've got to go back, who am I actually talking to?
And I think what really, and I really like this, is because at least I could say, I could contact you, and I didn't feel, a couple of times when I messaged you, I felt silly. I'm going, I feel silly, but you didn't make me feel silly. No. You know what I mean? It was great. And you said, try this or do this, and I've had to increase it, and I'm like, cool, and that was great. I think that's the one thing that's helped me so much was being the contact, that the personalised contact that you have. Yeah,
and that's where when people download a program, many people fail because they're not accountable or they don't have the motivation. But if it takes me 1 second or even a minute to answer someone back, and trust me, if it's too long, I'm just going to pick up the phone and just talk about it. I'm not going back for ping pong text messaging. But if I can do it in the real time, it saves you time and it saves you stuffing up. And I'd rather you know the information now so that you can correct it. Or if you're feeling a bit flat with the low blood sugar or bits and pieces, we can go, okay, how about we rejig this up? And it makes so much more sense. And then even when, so the biggest thing that we've done now, so Evelyn's been with me for 3 months now, and I've got to say, on average, just under 1 kilo per week, which is pretty good because we've had a few things. We've had Christmas, you've had a change of job, we've had some stress levels, things happening in personal life and that. So this is the real world. World's going to throw you some curveballs, so we've got to be able to adapt to it, okay? And which is exactly what you've done. And when we have stats give us data. So the data is saying 960 grams on average over the last 3 months, which I think is pretty good considering on medication. And she has just come back from her doctor's. So share with us what your doctor has given you the ticket approval for.
The biggest thing is my blood sugar level. For the last 3 months, I'm now classed as non-diabetic range. And I was like, oh, I can get off some tablets and stuff. He goes, no, not yet. But
we're getting there.
We're getting there. My cholesterol, everything is like, he was so ecstatic with the weight loss, especially the diabetes, because I was a very bad diabetic, very bad. So it's great.
And even just one step, even going back with your diabetes, no one really shared with you how to change your foods and what to eat.
They did it very basically. It was just like this. Oh, here's a piece of paper.
The paper doesn't work.
That's what they sent to me. I had it on my fridge and I was trying to look at it. I'm like,
It was confusing.
Yeah, and I'm like, really? And I was like, nah, it wasn't helping. You can have this, you can have half a cup of this and half a cup of that.
And that's one of the things I like with the Healthy Living program. And my business is called Back to Basics for a reason. I bring it back to the basic component because it's not hard. We just have to fit it into your lifestyle, your work component, your family component. And if we can go, right, what do you like eating? What can we do? How about we make this? And it's like, dang, why did I think this was so hard? It's not that hard. And then organising your breakfast, lunch and dinner because you've changed jobs, you've got different shift work. So you've had a little bit of stuff that you've altered. But because you've got that knowledge and you know what you can do, you've come through the other end as well. Now, so anyway, so she's been given the ticket approval by the doctor, and I said to Evelyn when she came in today, I said, you know, I'm going to say her face was glowing, so we know that she's not pregnant. No! But she looks fresh as a daisy. Like, I've known this lady for, as I said, the last 3 months, but today I went, you're looking good. And she goes, you know what, you're not the first person that has said that. And she's just looking fresh and it suits you. And she's bought new clothes. She's looking good. She comes normally in her work clothes, which were getting baggy, I have to say. But I did say to her, I like this version versus the work clothes. But, you know, you're looking good, you're owning it, you're feeling it, and I can feel it coming off you. Now, the other exciting thing that she said is that she hasn't been this weight level in how many years?
25 years.
Yeah, as old as your son, was it?
Yes. Yes.
So in 25 years, we have now got her to a new weight level, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
And what's the other exciting thing you can do now?
I can cross my legs.
Yeah. She said, you know what else I can do, Jo? And she moved over the chair. She says, I can actually cross my legs. She goes, whereas before, she says, I used to sit. I used to go like this. So she used to sit more like across like a male sit, male cross. And now she said she didn't realise until she was crossing her legs that she was crossing her legs.
I went, what the?
What is this thing? So it's really, really good. So many things change. Your self-confidence is boosted. I can feel the energy coming off you. You're so much more happy on the inside and the outside. Your health has improved. So we always said that we want to do that. And that was you came in because your outcome, besides losing weight, you've got grandchildren and things like that. So what was your biggest why? Why did you want to lose your weight?
Well, my father passed away at the age of 59 through issues due to diabetes, heart condition. I'm 52 this year, and there was no way in the world was I dying at 59. I got grandkids, everything. That was the biggest thing. I thought there's no way in the world. And probably the saddest thing was my daughter one day said to me, I don't come over because I'm afraid I'm going to find you dead.
Oh, she ain't going to find that now.
No, that's what I was thinking. She was afraid that I'd be dead in my bed. asleep or on the chair, because I was always asleep on the lounge chair.
But now you're more active with the grandkids.
Yes.
You're doing more, hey?
Yeah, and that was really sad to hear that from your daughter.
Yeah.
To say that I don't come over.
Because she was scared of losing you.
Yeah,
and she could see that you were basically on this train wreck.
I was, because it was terrible. But I had to hit rock bottom, which I did. And then last year my sugar started playing up again. And I just went, this is no good.
Yeah.
And then that's like I said, I was talking to Andy and he mentioned something and I just went, oh, what's this? And he was just talking and he showed me your Facebook page and I was stalking you. I was stalking you, what's this all about? You know what I mean? What's going on here? So I did stalk for a while and I'd say, oh Andy, if I bring Joe up, what do I say?
Just go on in there and see her.
He said, just ring her. And I'm like, oh, really? You know, like I was really hesitant. So you can thank your husband. That's probably the best thing.
We've got to thank him. We've got to give him something.
Got to give him some credit.
Yeah,
so that's what I did. I just rang up and went, yeah.
Now, originally, your goal was to hit 80 kilos. Now, you're 4.6 kilos away. Were you within that benchmark?
Oh, we'll just hit the goal first. Don't move it yet. Then I can move it when I hit 80, okay? I'll see how we go. I don't want to...
Just keep pushing a little bit.
Yeah, we will. We'll hit 80 first.
I like to... When we set goals, they have to be realistic. And we did set a realistic goal, which, as I said, by the time we've got another 4 kilos to go, you'll be nearly 15 kilos. I feel that we'll reassess it because it's part of your lifestyle plan. This is not hard.
No, but so if I set too big of a goal, I'm going to go, ooh, that's too hard.
But you're so close to like 4.6 kilos.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but I can't take the eye off the ball yet, okay? I've got to keep...
We'll reassess very soon. Because sometimes it might seem like, you know, when you were started, it's like, oh, it's going to take me forever to get there, but it's 3 months.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing. You know, in a month's time, you'll be there. Yeah. Pretty well.
Yeah, but we'll still keep your eye on the ball.
Okay, well, anyway, I wanted to share this because I do enjoy it. This is what makes me get up in the morning. I enjoy chatting to people, as all my clients know. I take too long anyway. But I enjoy sharing my knowledge with you guys and that it's not that hard once you know how. And when we talk about underlying health issues, but also looking at your food plays a huge role. We just don't recognise it. We don't realise it. And, you know, food can get out of control without realising that as well. But if we can pack it all up and put it into different places into your lifestyle and have a better understanding behind it, it becomes a lifestyle versus a diet. And I don't put anyone on a diet because diets don't work. No. But I've given you a lifestyle plan that's manageable, easy, and it fits into a lot of different things in your world, whether it be work world, family world, going out world, it doesn't really matter. But now you know what you need to do, and now it's just, we've got to have the continuance. So when we have consistency is going to give you results. Old school, what happens is that when we don't see results, we get let down. When we get let down, we go backwards. The old stuff that we had before, because it goes back to old habits. Old habits is what happens, and it sets triggers off. So if you had a really shit day at work or whatever, and you had that stress that you had, you could have sabotaged yourself and gone backwards. But the new you says, no, hang on, I've got to go see Joe, or I can talk to Joe about this. So we're setting new or implementing new things each time so that you can maintain this weight.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Awesome.
Okay. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to catching up with you guys a bit later on. Remember, if you need any help or support, feel free to send me a message. I always do a complimentary consult on the food analysis for people who are sitting on the fence and not quite sure how to get started. Now, if this lady hasn't turned your mind around, I don't know what will, because it's not that hard once we get going. No,
it has been not too bad at all.
Yeah. From the horse's mouth. No, you're not a horse either. Okay, catch us later, and thanks for watching, Joe. See you later.